Hi guys, Amber here. Time for Talk to Me Tuesday. Although I do believe, it's nearly 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning. But that's kind of standard for me, as you guys well know by now. If you're new, get used to it. I don't usually film until late Tuesday, early Wednesday morning. Where am I on crafting? First things first, Project of Doom. Last week was week 17, Weasley's Wizard Wheezy's block. So I have this one for my mom. And I have this one for mine. I really enjoy the way both of these turned out. Much better than my original attempts from 4 years ago. So there's that. I've been hard at work this week getting some more done in advance, based on when I get them. But that's really about it. I did finish a project. I think I told you guys last week I was pretty close to being done. I did get it finished, and I got it to the person who commissioned to me. I don't actually know if it's been gifted yet. My understanding was it was to be gifted late last week, maybe early this week. So I'm going to give it one more week and then I'll show you guys what I made. But I think you'll enjoy it when I do show you. Very excited with how it came out. What else? I've been having kind of one of those weeks, maybe the last couple weeks, where okay, let me back up a little bit. For my birthday, I asked my mom for a lot of things that have been starting to break down on me. Like, I have this pair of spring action scissors, which are my fabric scissors, which I love. They're great. The problem is the lock on here doesn't like to stay closed. I have to actually leave them open, because if I do get them to close, I can leave them like this and they'll probably stay that way for a few hours, sometimes only a few minutes. The problem is I walk out of the room and I've forgotten they've done that. My bedroom is right next door, and they pop open in the middle of the night and they knock half a dozen things off and scare me to death, and I will truly believe there are monsters under the bed. So I gotta leave them open. So I asked for a new pair of those. Well, in the middle of a couple other things that she gave me, in the middle of my sewing last week, I realized that, and I don't think I have them out here at the moment, the pair of scissors I usually use for snipping threads close to my paper piecing, they've basically gone dull right where I needed them. That doesn't mean they didn't still work as scissors. They did, but it was kind of frustrating when you go in to try and snip and it wouldn't. So I had to get a new pair of thread snips, because these that I have in my sewing kit for embroidery, they're just a bit too thick here, and they can't usually get into tight places for when I need them for sewing. So new pair of scissors. I got lucky last week at Joann's. They were having a 60% off coupon, so I got them for 60% off. So that was nice. What else? Oh, I can tell you guys about my near disaster with crafting this week. A few weeks ago I went to Tennessee and I purchased this fabric, which is this nice tonal navy. It's got these nice cute iridescent stars on there. And when I first looked at it, I thought they were sequins, but they're not. They're actually on there. And it wasn't until I was trying to sew with it last night that I realized that they're probably just glue with some iridescent paint on it, which is problematic when you have to iron stuff, because I started making something and I ironed it, and I ended up having to stop for 45 minutes while I waited for my iron to cool down and get cold enough that I could actually scrape all the junk off of it. Then I had to heat it up again to see if there was any more, and cool it down again and scrape it off again. So that wasn't fun. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the fabric, because I did buy a half yard and I probably only cut about 4 inches off of it. So there's that, because I'm actually afraid to iron it from the other side. You know, if it's glue, I mean, it won't get onto my iron, but it will disintegrate. So that's not fun. What else? I have been hoping to hold out putting a new blade on my rotary cutter, and that didn't happen. I've been having a little bit of trouble with it, but then I noticed there was a nick in it because it kept skipping over a stitch or two, so that was driving me crazy. But I do have to be careful, because as you guys know, back in February I speed bumped my finger, went right over it with the rotary cutter. Funny thing is I was showing it to a coworker, and I don't think it'll show up on here, but really you can't even see where I did it now. If you didn't know that I had done it, you would have no clue. There is a little mark, of course, because it is a scar, but that's about it from there. So, but you know, it's the first time I've changed my rotary blade since that happened, so I am a little leery. But I did find, where did I put it now? Oh, I did find a nice place to put it. One time I was at Walmart and I found a set of 5 blades, and they were on clearance, and it was a great price, so I bought them. And I just finally used the last blade, and so because this had a nick in it, I really couldn't put it into my other rotary cutter, so I decided to put it in my used, and once I get 4 or 5 in here, I will be able to tape it up really good, so that when I throw it out, it's not exposed or anything, and nobody else will get cut, because even though it's dull for fabric, it is still sharp, it will still cut, it will still hurt and make people bleed. So there's that. So I think that's it for me. That's a lot of rambling. I can't think that there was anything else that I was going to show you guys. Nope, nothing comes to mind. Could be because it's 1 a.m. Could be because I don't have a brain. Who knows? So I will talk to you guys next week. And yeah, have a great week. I'll talk to you guys later.